Arlene, is your camera on? All right. 7 o'clock, I call the meeting order. Please stand for pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So is there a presentation? No. Is there a request to withdraw specific items from the consent agenda? No. So that upon the recommendation of the superintendent, consensus items be approved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? I'm going to abstain from section F of that consent agenda, but I'm approving everything else. Motion carried.
This is the approximate position and time that the board has designated to receive statements from individuals and groups. The board will review all statements, then respond appropriately at a future meeting. All persons in attendance are required to sign the attendance sheet and designate their representation status. For example, parent, teacher, bus driver, chamber of commerce, etc. There's a 2-minute time limit. I guess. Either
Alan?
one of you?
Kelly, anybody?
No.
Anybody?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, that upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the resignation of teacher aide Kimberly English be accepted effective July 26th, 2022.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstained? Motion carried.
That upon the recommendation of the superintendent, Brenda Bergstaller be appointed on probation as a teacher aide effective September 6th, 2022 and ending March 5th, 2022. Salary is based upon CSEA contract level 4, step L10.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? Motion carried.
That upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the following part-time teachers be reappointed for the 2022-2023 school year. Jeffrey Piersanti, part-time 0.84 FTE business teacher, effective September 1st, 2022 and ending June 30th, 2023. Salary is based upon ETA contract master's step 6. Rachel Braun, part-time 0.8 art teacher, effective September 1st, 2022 and ending June 30th, 2023. Salary is based upon master's step 11. Alex Feasley, part-time 0.5 social studies teacher, effective September 1st, 2022 and ending June 30th, 2023. Salary is based upon master's step 4. Karen Bosiacki, part-time 0.74 music teacher, effective September 1st, 2022 and ending June 30th, 2023. Salary is based upon master's plus 30, step 7.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? Motion carried.
That upon the recommendation of the superintendent, after successfully completing his probationary period, James Henry be permanently appointed as a bus driver effective September 19th, 2022.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? Motion carried.
That upon the recommendation of the superintendent, after successfully completing his probationary period, Richard Telak be permanently appointed as a bus driver effective September 19th, 2022.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? Motion carried.
That upon the recommendation of the superintendent, Joseph Lucenti be appointed as a substitute principal at the senior high school effective July 29th, 2022 through approximately October 31st, 2022.
Second.
Any discussion?
I do want to make one correction there. That should be August 29th.
Okay. August 29th, 2022.
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? Motion carried.
That upon the recommendation of the superintendent, Jackie Campfield be appointed as a morning program advisor. Note, Jackie is a current teacher aide in the district.
Second. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? Motion carried.
That upon the recommendation of the superintendent, clerk typist Kim Wierzynski be promoted to the title of senior clerk typist effective August 5th, 2022.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, if I might, this is really an opportunity to correct some action. Kim had been working as a clerk typist, but had really assumed numerous duties, really too many to list here, that fell better under a senior clerk typist title. With some of the recent transitions that we made within district, we actually had a senior clerk typist opening. So it was the opportune time and a well-deserved promotion for her.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? Motion carried.
That upon the recommendation of the superintendent, after successfully completing her probationary period, Kelly Grimaldi be granted tenure as an elementary teacher effective August 31st, 2022.
Second.
Any discussion?
Oh, I have a few things to say. Mostly congratulations.
Well, we didn't vote. We didn't vote. We didn't
Oh,
vote
yeah,
yet.
sorry.
So hang on,
See,
hang
I was too
on.
excited there.
Wait a minute.
Do we get cake later?
You have to come back in May for cake.
Okay, that's a requirement. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? Motion carried.
Okay, now we
Now
can do
it's
this. Jump in the gun.
You got 2 rounds of applause.
Okay, that upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the corrective action plan from the results of the mental health audit be approved.
Any discussion?
Yes, thank you. So I'm just going to give the board a quick reminder that our district was audited by the State Comptroller's Office for the youth mental health training that we provided to our staff. The time period that they looked at was approximately just about 2 years ago. My first few months in the district, we were one of 20 districts across the state that were selected for this examination. The comptroller's results, there really is no disputing, because we were not in compliance with the Project Save legislation, and we're in the similar boat to most of the other districts that were reviewed. As a result of that audit, it gave us an opportunity to really review all of our trainings, but particularly when it came to mental health. We have included this year, for the first time, video training similar to the other video trainings that all staff are required to do. The training we are providing and requiring does meet all of the requirements outlined in the comptroller's report. What you are approving tonight, hopefully in a moment, is the corrective action plan that will be submitted to the State Education Department in response to that audit. In addition, as I think I've mentioned before to this group, we are going much further than what's required, and we are embarking on training all staff members in a much more deep understanding of mental health issues and needs for students and colleagues. It's called Youth Mental Health First Aid. That training will be launched at some point this year. It's already actually started. And I think I've neglected to mention previously that if any board member would like to partake in that training, we'll make that available to you as well.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? Motion carried.
Forgot, sorry. That upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the FBLA overnight field trip to New York City, December 13th, 2022 through December 15th, 2022 be approved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? Motion carried.
That upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the tax levy for the 2022-2023 school year in the amount of $15,460,541 be approved, which establishes the tax rate per thousand as follows. Rates available by August 3rd. Boston, 22.345127, Concord, $43, $22.375836, Eden $32.060400, Evans $22.688889, North Collins $24.996244.
Second.
Any discussion?
I'd like to point out a couple of things. Number one being, this is the levy that was presented in the budget that was authorized by the voters in May. And if you look, you see none of the apportionments are the same for the rate, and that's predominantly not only because of different sizes of properties, but equalization rates vary from community to community as well.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? Motion carried.
All right, business report.
I received a letter from the Erie County Controller's Office July 6th stating that the sales tax revenue for June 30th and July 1st of 2022 were 35% lower than anticipated due to a prior period adjustment made by New York State. So that will lower the taxes that are sales tax that goes to school districts. And I just wanted to let you know that on Monday, the field work began for the 21-22 financial statement audit, and we're hoping that everything is in good shape, and we will be meeting with the audit committee on September 21st.
Okay, thank you. Superintendent's report.
Thank you. So I want to give a brief construction update. This is the time of the construction season where we reassess the progress of the different components of the project. Structurally, our updated music classrooms and the middle high school nurse's office and library are on schedule with their respective remodels. The spaces will be ready or nearly ready for occupancy once school resumes. This means that we will be developing contingency plans for each space in the event that construction does not progress as predicted. It is quite clear that there will be elements such as some furniture and some HVAC items that will not be in district until after the school year begins. But we will have plans in place for air handling and for any furniture needs. So we'll be close. We won't be perfect. We will be open for business. Okay. And again, this isn't a surprise. I know we've talked a lot about supply chain issues for the past several months. Okay. An update on the principal search. The search or the application period closed last week. We have what I consider to be a good and experienced pool of candidates for the high school principal position. Initial interviews will commence next week on August 9th, followed by stakeholder interviews on August 16th. The board will meet the final candidates on August 25th with an appointment date to follow thereafter. In the interim, and I thank you for approving Mr. Joe Lucente, who will be returning as acting principal or substitute principal starting on August 29th. Mr. Lucente served the district admirably a few years back and is thus a familiar face, so we welcome Joe back. On the Eden Community News update, my wife Kim and I attended the Eden Alumni Dinner this past Saturday. It was a wonderful event where our student scholarship winners were recognized, as were the new members of the Athletic Hall of Fame. Kim and I appreciate the warm welcome and hospitality of the Alumni Association, but she did make me leave before the dancing started, so that's good. If you drove in today, then you noticed that Corn Fest is tomorrow, and that's pretty exciting. It's always a fun time of year. Feel free to stop by the Chamber of Commerce Chicken Barbecue on Sunday at 3:30 to 8:30. Kim and I will be serving up chicken dinners. I hope she gets stuck doing the coleslaw again this year. That was a lot of fun. That's all I have.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Thank you.
All right, the board report roundtable. You got nothing?
Yeah,
You got
nothing.
Nothing. All right. The next regular Board of Education meeting is Wednesday, September 21st, 2022 at 7 p.m. in the Eden Elementary School Auditorium. And now, that upon the recommendation of the superintendent, the Board of Education enter executive session to discuss the particular employment history of a particular person.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Thanks for coming, everybody.